Welcome to Not Factory Approved. It was a very mild winter. Now it is not. A few days ago it hit minus 40 and started blowing. So today is about minus 43 with the wind chill. Actual temperature is something like minus 30. So it's not pleasant out there. Drifts are piling up here and there, and I'm glad I'm inside. I've cut the piece 36 inches long. I'm quite willing to let the hacksaw do the work. So just finishing up. See if it starts in place. There it does. Put a little bit of cutting oil on it. A couple drops is all that's needed. And should be pretty close. Done. Much easier. Definitely helps to keep the tennis elbow in shape, even though I've never played tennis in my life. So I formed the two pieces that will go together. This one will slide inside that one. Honest. Have a little more grinding to do, obviously. Seemed to fit on the other end. Must be a thick weld on this end. But it will slide inside. I'll drill holes every 3 inches because the 20-ton hydraulic jack I'm using on the press has a 6-inch travel. So I should be able to get it into any position for tires anywhere from 5 inches to 14 inches thick. And then I will put a flat piece here that will go against the tire, and I'll try and angle it slightly each way. I realize not everybody has a press. This one was made from scrap steel. It was given to me quite a while ago, a number of years, maybe even 20 now. I went to work at a hospital maintaining medical equipment, and they were stripping an old wing of the hospital and tearing it down. Said, have at her, take whatever you want. So that's what I took. One of the many things I took. All the steel was holding an x-ray machine head up onto the ceiling. So there are lots of presses though that are available quite cheap. This is the one I made. It works fine. It's quite handy to have. So I thought since I have that, I might as well use it to change tires as well, since I have all the tires to replace on the Cadillac. So that's 5. And the truck is getting bald tires, so that's another 4. And any repairs, going to the landfill and picking up water, picking up building materials at building stores, always seem to pick up screws and nails. A little tired of paying 40 bucks a shot around here to get tires fixed. Here it is all lined up, ready to go. I have not painted it yet, which I will, but I just want to make sure it works first. So there's how it fits against the rim. I've beveled it and made sure there's no sharp corners anywhere. That curvature seems to fit fairly well on 18 as well as 15, so it should be okay. I've drilled the holes every 3 inches, total of 15 inches. So it's adjustable. A 3/8 bolt with a short thread, long shaft. Let's see if it works. It's clear as the back. Doesn't seem to be hard on the tire at all. No sharp points of contact. There. Spin it. There we go. All clear. Looks good in there. Don't see any damage. So now to get it off the rim. Sometimes you have to stand on it. And there it's clear. Basically, seems to work well. call it a success. First time I've taken a tire off, or an alloy wheel out of a tire, or a tire off a rim, whichever way you want to look at it, and that was a battle. Well, it would be easier if I got another one of these. I'll just have one. And I used a tire wrench and a pry bar. Stuck this one in. First I compressed that side. Then I came to the other side. It's the only way I could find it to work. Shoved that in, worked it past the tire, pulled it up, and then shoved in this one, pried down, put that one to hold it, then used the round end. I kept prying it this way. You get a gap, move the blue one, and likewise until it finally popped free. That took longer than it did to break the bead, and a lot more work. And the other thing I had to do was to put this long bolt in with a nut to stop it from sliding forward on the tire. Kept sliding in and going to the rim. So this stopped it going past the tire and into the rim. And then I was able to pry on things. Otherwise it didn't work. And this is how it fits. There's the press with the bottle jack, the sliding bar which is held with springs. That helps to return it to top position. This bar comes up and sits underneath and pushes against the tire on the bottom. The tire sits between the two posts. If it's big enough, it rests on these, the sides. Otherwise, it comes out, and sometimes you have to stand on it to stop it from lifting up. But it does work. It uses an existing press. I don't plan on changing any tires outside. I'm not doing any 4x4ing. And I didn't want to make a completely new arrangement. A bar is much easier to store than something that holds the tire and pushes against the sides. So for me, this works. Hopefully you find this idea helpful, and maybe it encourages you to build or buy a press. Happy workshopping. To give a little more detail of how I shaped this, you can see the bevels here. They're on one side only, and then a little bit of rounding underneath, just so it doesn't have any kind of sharp edge. It's rounded here on both sides, and it's rounded underneath as well. You can see here, rounded that off, rounded that, both sides. So when it pushes against the tire, it does not create any sharp edge that will cut the rubber. So that's the plan. Seems to work just fine. Not often it works first time. Sometimes things just go right.